స్టార్ట్ చేద్దాం.
ఓం శ్రీ మహాగణాధిపతి నమః. ఓం వాసుదేవాయ నమః. ఓం శ్రీ భారతీదేవ్యై నమః. ఓం శ్రీ రమణాయ నమః. లక్ష్మీనారాయణ గురుభ్యో నమః. శ్రీ సామూర్తయే నమః. గురుర్ బ్రహ్మ గురుర్విష్ణు గురుదేవో మహేశ్వరః. గురు సాక్షాత్ పరబ్రహ్మ తస్మై శ్రీ గురవే నమః. ఓం పూర్ణమద పూర్ణమిదం పూర్ణాత్ పూర్ణముదచ్యతే పూర్ణస్య పూర్ణమాదాయ పూర్ణమేవావశిష్యతే. ఓం సహనా భవతు సహనౌ భునక్తు సహ వీర్యం కరవావహై తేజస్వినావధీతమస్తు మా విద్విషావహై. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి.
ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి.
వసుదేవసుతం దేవం కంసచాణూరమర్దనం దేవకీ పరమానందం కృష్ణం వందే జగద్గురుం. కృష్ణం వందే జగద్గురుం. వెల్కమ్ టు ఆల్ ది జిజ్ఞాసుస్. శుభం భవతు, సమస్త సన్మంగళాని భవంతు. మనం రెండవ అధ్యాయంలోకి వచ్చాము, సాంఖ్యయోగం. ఇందులో అర్జునుడు తన విషాదాన్ని ప్రకటించిన మొదటి అధ్యాయం అర్జున విషాద యోగం మనము చూసాము. దానిలో అజ్ఞాని అయిన వ్యక్తి తన కర్తవ్యాన్ని మర్చిపోయి ఏ విధంగా బాధపడుతూ ఉంటాడు. అనవసరమైన విషయాల్లో ఇది పాపమేమో, ఇది చెడేమో, ఇది మంచి ఏమో అనే మీమాంసలో పడి తన కర్తవ్యాన్ని విస్మరించినప్పుడు ఎవరైనా విజ్ఞులు వాళ్ళకి సరి అయిన ఉపదేశం ఇచ్చినప్పుడు వాళ్ళు మళ్ళా సక్రమైన మార్గంలో వచ్చి తన కర్తవ్యాన్ని నిర్వహించగలరు అన్నది మనకి భగవద్గీతలో స్పష్టంగా తెలుస్తుంది. అర్జునుడు తన విషాదాన్ని ప్రకటించినప్పుడు, నువ్వు చాలా పండితుడిలాగా మాట్లాడుతున్నావు, కానీ నీ మాటల్లో ఉన్నటువంటి అతార్కికత నీకు తెలియడం లేదు. యు ఆర్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ వాట్ ఈస్ ఇల్లాజికల్ అబౌట్ వాట్ యు ఆర్ టాకింగ్ అని శ్రీకృష్ణ almost chades or sarcastically brings about his fallacy and asks Arjuna to realize what is the truth. And Krishna starts describing what is the real essence of life and all this. So here I wish to realize all or understand it in a different way. Take this as the sthira buddhi or the sthita prajnatva or the steady mind. And one who is very strong in mind and has got the self-control, they are not worried about other things and they do their duty, whatever troubles may come. It is told only those who have no knowledge, ఎవరికైతే సరైన జ్ఞానం లేదో వాళ్ళే పనులను విడిచిపెట్టి తమ కర్తవ్యాన్ని విస్మరిస్తూ ఉంటారని చెప్పి మనం అనేక మంది విజ్ఞులు మనకి తెలియజేశారు. ఆరంభింపరు నీచ మానవులు విద్యాయాస సంతృప్తులై ఆరంభించి పరిచయింతుడు విఘ్నాయుక్తులై మత్స్యముల్ ధీరుల్ విఘ్న నిహన్యమానులగుచున్ దృత్యున్నతోత్సాహులై ప్రారబ్ధార్థములు జగింపరుగదా ప్రజ్ఞానిధుల్గావునన్. ఆరంభింపరు నీచ మానవులు, low people, those who are not cowards or those who have no perfect knowledge of, or they always don't start at all. They think that there are many problems in that, in this, so I cannot do that. So like that, they will not start at all. And there is middle type of people who start and leave it in the beginning because of the hurdles, great hurdles which they face. Arambhinchi parityajinturu vignayatulai chittamal. Madhyamul, mediocre people, they face difficulties, great difficulties, and stop the things which they start in between. No, we cannot do it. So these problems are there like that. Then, but Dhirul, one who is very self-controlled and one who is got the knowledge of things and one is duty bound, they will be repeatedly hard hit by the vignas or obstacles or hurdles. Still, they are more and more enthused and they tend to do the things. They don't leave the things in between and they do the things till the end. Araminji parityajinturu vignayatulai madhyamul dhirul viknani hanyamanulagutun dhrutyunnatotsahulai. Their enthusiasm will be going on increasing the more they face the troubles. Prarabdha parukada, they don't leave the works with they start. Prajna nithul gavanan, because they have got a lot of prajna or the strength to do things. Now, here coming to our present discussion in the second Adhyaya, Sankhya Yoga. Na jayate mriyate va kadachit nayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuyaha ajo nityasyachato ayam purano na hanyate hanyamane sarire. Krishna is describing the temporary nature of the body and the permanent material inside the body, what pervades in the body. The peculiarity is in this Adhyaya so far and in the foregoing slokas, nowhere this Atma, Anatma, soul, these words are not used, but we have to substitute them because gradually that is what is the essence of it. Na jayate mriyate va kadachitna ayam bhutva bhavita na va na bhuyaha. This was not, it was not there, it was there, it will be there, it will be always there. Ajo nityasyachato ayam, this is permanent and this is ancient, Purano, na hanyate, it cannot be killed. Na hanyamane sarire, the body is perishable. So that way, this body is perishable, but the Atma is not perishable. And so Krishna is describing what is the actual essence of this life. And na jayate, it is not born. Mriyate, not, there is no death. Va kadachit nayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuya. It was there, it will be there, and it will be there permanently. Ajo nityasyasato ayam purano na hanyate hanyamane sarire. So far, we have studied up to that 20th sloka, and now we are going to the 21st sloka. Veda vinasinam nityam ya enajam avyayam kathassa purusha partha kanghatayati hantikam. Veda avinasinam
nityam
ya enam ajam katham purushaha partha Tam ghatayati
Tam ghātayati.
hantikam.
Antikam.
A person who understands it, that the what is there pervading in his body and which is different from body. If anybody understands it, it should be understood as one which is avinasinam, undestructible, nityam, permanent or eternal, ajam, not having birth, avyayam, unchanging. If one understands all this, that is undestructible, avyayam and all that, how can that person cause anyone to death or kill anyone when it is not amenable to any of these things? It is avinasinam, undestructible, nityam, permanent, eternal, ajam, not having any birth, avyayam, it cannot be spent and it is unchanging. So how can one kill it? Oh, Parda, how can one who knows the soul to be imperishable, eternal, unborn, and immutable kill anyone or cause anyone to kill? దేన్ని చంపలేము, దేన్నైతే మనం నశింపజేయలేము, ఏదైతే నిత్యము, దేనికి చావు పుట్టుకలు లేవు, అటువంటి దాన్ని మనం ఎలా చంపగలం? ఎవరైనా చంపడం అనేది ప్రశ్నే లేదు, దానికి చావే లేదు. అటువంటి దానికి చంపడం ప్రశ్న ఎక్కడ ఉంటుంది? అంచేత దాని తత్వాన్ని అర్థం చేసుకోమని చెప్తున్నాడు శ్రీకృష్ణుడు. అయితే దాని తత్వాన్ని మరి కొంచెం వివరంగా శ్రీకృష్ణ పరమాత్మ ఈ విధంగా తెలియజేస్తారు. More elaborately, Krishna describes the real essence of the tattva of the dehi, means what is contained in this body. Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya navani gruhnati naro aparani tatha sharirani vihaya jirnaha anyani samjati navani dehi. Birthday is coming. New dress, new shoes, new things, everything new, like that. So people will be happy to have those new things. So this, he is comparing to this body, the death and rebirth, all to wearing new dresses. Vasamsi jirnani
Jirnani
yatha
yatha
vihaya
vihaya
navani gruhnati
navani gruhnati
naro
naro
aparani
aparani
tada
tadha
sharirani
sharirani
vihaya
vihaya
jirna
jirna
anyani
anyani
sanjati
samyati
navani
navani
dehi.
dehi.
Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya navani grihnati naro aparani tadha sharirani vihaya jirnaha anyani sanyati navani dehi. Vasamsi, dresses are the cloth, just as people yatha vihaya, how they leave aside the vasamsi jirnani, worn out clothes or dress, and navani grihati, take new ones. Tadha, in the same way, dehi, that which owns the body or which dwells in the body or which is manifest in the body, termed the jivatma, vihaya jirnani sharirani, leaving aside the worn out body which has spent its lifetime, anyani navani sanyati, acquires another new one, new body. So it is just like changing the cloth and nothing peculiar about it. So there is nothing to lament about. Actually, people are happy to wear new dresses. So like that, this the body has spent its useful life or whatever term is given to that, and so that has to be shed, and the internal spirit has to join another body which is a new one. So it is a matter of joy, but not it is a matter of sorrow. Just as people leave aside the old and worn out clothes and take new ones, the same way, the one which owns the body, or the spirit in the body, are called the Jivatma. Vihaya Jirnani Sirirani, leaving aside the worn out body and has spent its lifetime in that body, enters into the new body. So there is nothing abnormal about it, nothing to lament about, nothing to grieve, nothing to feel sorrow about it. Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya navani grihhnati naro aparani tada sarirani vihaya jirnaha anyani sanyati navani dehi. Here he has not talked about the Atma, Paramatma, nothing like that. Dehi, one which is inside the body, which is permanent, which cannot be distracted. That element in the body, it changes from one body to the other, and that is permanent. It is indestructible. So again, he reiterates, Krishna is a great teacher. That's why he is called Jagat Guru. He is a good teacher. So a good teacher reiterates things. He tells it, again tells it, again tells it, and till he feels that the student is comfortable with it, he understood it. Till that time, he will be going on repeating it. So that this Punascharanam, or repeating the thing many times, is the quality of the good teacher. Like that, he is describing it in many ways, the permanency of the thing which is inside the body, which runs the body, so which is an element of God. That is indestructible. So don't confuse with the body and the inside material which is inside the body. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, nachinam klevayantyapo, nasoshayati marutaha. See, in these cell phones, when we purchase, they say it is Gorilla Glass. You can run a truck over it. You can throw it. They say so many things. So when a man-made small thing is having such great qualities, the eternal thing which God has put inside the body, how can it be done anything? How can it be distracted? It's such a great, wonderful thing that Nainan Chindanti Shastrani, arms cannot go inside that. Nainan Dahati Pavakaha, Chindanti or pierce. Weapons cannot pierce enam inside this. Pavakaha, fire. Na cannot, Dahati burns enam this. Fire cannot burn this. Cha, even Apo, water, na cannot Kledayanti, drown or make it wet or soak it. This. Marutaha, wind, even the wind, no, does not or cannot, Soshayati, cause to suffer or make it dehydrate or remove the water from it. So it is a bulletproof, fireproof, waterproof, windproof, all weather, all season material, which is inside the body and which is indestructible and which changes from body to body. So with this, he is making it more and more clear. Nainam, na enam, chindanti, shastrani, na enam,
Nainam
dahati,
dahati
avakaha,
pavakaha,
nainam chindanti, shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha,
dahati pavakaha,
nachinam
chainam
vedayanti,
vedayanti,
apo
apo
nasoshayati
na soshayati,
marutaha
Marutah.
Marutah.
Shastrani or weapons cannot chindanti, pierce or make holes in it or spoil this body. Yanam, this, what is there in the body. Pavakaha, fire, na dahati, it cannot burn this. Cha, even apo, water cannot clearly anti, drown it or make it wet or soak it. So it is waterproof. And Marutaha, wind. So wind has got so much of power, it can blow off everything. So na soshayati, even that cannot. Now I am reminded of a story of the rat and the hermit. Many of you must be knowing this. When the hermit is in his hermitage and he's sitting, a rat came, and the hermit, they are so kind to animals and small creatures. So he took the rat in his hands and he felt like rearing it. So he changed it into a beautiful baby. And the baby gradually grew in age. And at one time, the hermit thought, now it is marriageable age for the girl. So what is the marriageable age at that time, you know? Ashtavarsha bhavet kanya, 8 years is the age for marriage for daughter. That was the age when children of 8 years, girls, were married. So we don't know what is the age of the girl which the hermit reared, but he thought it is the time for marrying her off. So he thought, I should marry my dear daughter to a very powerful and great person. So ఎవరు గొప్పవాళ్ళు అందరికంటే అని ఆలోచించి, అందరికంటే సూర్య భగవానుడు చాలా గొప్పవాడు అని చెప్పి సూర్యుడికి ఇచ్చి పెళ్లి చేద్దాం, నా మాట సూర్యుడు కాదండు అనుకుని సూర్య భగవానుడి దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి he told, oh sun god, you marry my daughter. Then he told, then he bowed to the hermit and tell, it is my great fortune that you came and offered your daughter to me in marriage. మీ అమ్మాయిని నాకు ఇచ్చి పెళ్లి చేస్తున్నారు, ఎంత పరమానందంగా ఉంది. అయితే మీరు అందరికంటే గొప్పవాడికి ఇచ్చి పెళ్లి చేద్దామని అనుకుంటున్నారు, నేను ఎలా గొప్పవాడిని అవుతాను? మేఘాలు వచ్చి నన్ను కప్పేస్తే నా గొప్పదనం అంతా పోతుంది, నేను మరుగుపడిపోవాల్సిందే అని చెప్పి, నాకంటే గొప్పవాడు మేఘం. The sky is cloud is more powerful than me, because they can subdue me, they can cover me, and I'll be nowhere when the clouds cover me and all my light is gone. Yes, you are correct. So I will go to the clouds and ask him to marry. Then the hermit went to the clouds and asked, hey cloud, I am asking you to marry my daughter. Then he bowed with great respect the clouds and told, yes, you are. It is a great pleasure for me to marry your daughter, but I am not so powerful, because the wind can blow me off, and I am nowhere if the wind blows me off. So the hermit thought, yes, wind is more powerful than the clouds. So let me ask the wind to take my daughter in marriage. Then he went to the wind god and asked, oh wind god, I am happy to come to you with my daughter. You marry my daughter. Then God wind told, oh, it is my great fortune, oh hermit, but unfortunately I am not the greatest. నేను అంత శక్తివంతుడిని కాను. గాలి నాకు చాలా బలం ఉంది, కానీ కొండలు నన్ను అడ్డుకున్నాయంటే, పర్వతాలు నన్ను అడ్డుకున్నాయంటే నేను ఏమీ చేయలేను, అక్కడ ఉండిపోవాల్సిందే, పర్వతాలను నేను దాటలేను. So the mountains are more powerful than me, because they can stop me, and I am not powerful to go beyond the mountain. So mountain is more powerful than me, he told. అవునవును, పర్వతాలు చాలా బలమైనవి, వీటన్నిటికంటే శక్తివంతమైనవి, అంచేత పర్వతరాజుని మనం అడుగుదామని ఆ hermit, he went to the king Parvata and he asked, oh Parvataraja, you marry my daughter, because you are very powerful. You are powerful than sun, you are powerful than the clouds, you are powerful than the wind, and you are all powerful. Then the Parvataraja was very happy at the proposal and told, oh, I am very, very, very happy at your proposal. proposal, but unfortunately I am not very great. There is one more great thing, great powerful thing which is powerful than me. Oh, who is that? It is suppose in I am very powerful, it's okay, but the big rats, they make hole in me and they are very powerful and they are the most powerful in the world. So you ask the rat inside me, inside my holes, to marry your daughter. Then the hermit told, oh, that is that is God's will. Yatha Moshika Moshikaha, he thought. So he changed this girl into again a rat and asked the um, rat inside the mountain to marry her, and and the rat happily married that little mouse, and they lived ever after happily. That is the ending of normal story. They lived happily ever after. Like that, here all the powerful things are told. Shastras, Pavakaha, Apo, Martaha, all these things were told. But finally, none can disturb this, the inside spirit of the body. So that way he is telling the permanency or indestructible nature of the spirit inside the body, and says, Arjuna, why you feel sorry for this, which is permanent. And he elaborates now further with more examples. Achedyoyamadakshoyam akletyo asosyevacha nityaha sarvagatastanuhu achaloyam sanatanaha. Same things he is repeated. Achedyoyam, it cannot be pierced, it cannot be broken, it cannot be shattered. Adakshoyam, it cannot be burned, it is uncombustible. Aklejoyam, it cannot be sloked with water. Asosyevacha, even wind cannot dry it up or dehydrate it, and it cannot be subjected to soshanam, means making it suffer. Ayam, this one is nityam, permanent. Sarvagataha, it is all pervading, it is everywhere. It is in all the living objects. Sthanuhu, it is steady like a rock. Achalo, it is not moving, permanent at one place. Sanatana, it is age old. Puratanam. Achedyoyam, adahyoyam, akledyo, asosyevacha, nityaha, sarvagataha,
Sarvagataha,
Anuhu, Achalo, Ayam, Sanatanaha. This is a very important sloka in this Sankhya Yoga. Achedyo, Ayam, Adahyo, Ayam, Akledyo, Asosyevacha, Nityaha, Sarvagataha, Anuhu, Achalo, Ayam, Sanatanaha. This. So he is telling only I am, but nowhere he calls it Atma or something like that. That you please note at a stage I am telling that. I am, this one is Achedhyam, cannot be broken, cannot be shattered. Adahyoyam, this cannot be burnt, it is uncombustible. Akledyo, it cannot be soaked, drowned, or made wet. Asosyevacha, and not even cannot be subjected to soshanam or dehydration or subjected to trouble. Ayam, this one is nityam, permanent. Sarvagataha, it is spreading in everything or all pervading. Sthanuhu, it is steady. Achalo, it is not moving. Ayam, sanatanaha, this is age old. So this can be. So what this instead of calling this Atma or spirit or a supernatural thing, you can call it a strong willpower. When we are living, we should have a strong willpower. And I say nothing can deter me. No, I'm not deterred by anything. So just like that, I told Arambhim Parnichamanavala. So make a strong determination. From this, we should learn that whether it is Atma, it is pervading, all these things will let us forget for the time being and think that it is the strong willpower to do things. Yes, I will do it. I can do it. I will do it. So if you have that determination, nothing will deter you from doing it, and nothing can stop you from doing it. So this is another way of interpreting this. So you have a strong mind. I can do it. And so in doing a thing which is right, you should not think that this is bad. This will hamper the interest of somebody. This is papa, this thing, all these things, thoughts, you keep them aside. Yes, what I am doing is correct, so I should do it. So I am reminded of an old lady who is very much just interested in social service and all that. And she has got her own family and their children, daughters, granddaughters, everybody was there. And one day she called a pleader and told, I'm going to donate all my fortune to an Anatha Ashramam because she is willing to serve the community at large. And she knows that their own children, her own children, her grandchildren, her sons, her daughters, everybody is affluent and they can support themselves. And there are destitutes who cannot live. So she thought it wise to donate all her wealth to the Anatha Ashramam. And that is strong will. So these people may say, no, if you do like that, we will not support you, we will not look after you. But she is not bothered about all these things, and she decided to give away her wealth to the Anatha Ashramam. So that is strong willpower. It is not deterred by a strong-willed person is not deterred by anything. మనస్థైర్యము ఆ మనో నిశ్చలత ఉన్నవాళ్ళు ఏ పనినైనా చేయగలిసిన ధైర్యం వాడికి ఉంటుంది. దే ఆర్ నాట్ అఫ్రేడ్ ఆఫ్ ఎనీథింగ్. అదో ఇలా అయిపోతుంది, అలా అయిపోతుంది, వీళ్ళ వల్ల ఇబ్బంది వస్తుంది, వాళ్ళ వల్ల ఇబ్బంది వస్తుంది, లేకపోతే దీనివల్ల వీళ్ళకి ఇబ్బంది కలుగుతుంది, ఇవన్నీ కూడా పక్కన పెట్టి చేద్దాం అనుకున్న మంచి పని చేయడానికి వాళ్ళు ఎప్పుడు కూడా సంసిద్ధులుగా ఉంటారు. So here this sloka is a punarukti or repetition with additional information to make the point stronger. So Krishna has made it more strong by comparing it with and repeating the same things which he has told in the earlier sloka. And so why he repeated this? Because of this, the reason for this telling that the steadiness or the permanency of the material inside the body, because it cannot be subjected to any sort of destruction. So he repeats that, and so his intention is to make Arjuna realize that who are we to destruct. Next he says, Abjektoyam achinchoyam avikaryoyam uchyate tasmadevam viditvainam nanaso chitumarukasi. Abjekto ayam
Avyaktomayam
achincho ayam
Achintyomayam
avikaryo ayam
Avikaryomayam
uchyate
Uchyate
tasma
Tasma
devam
Devam
viditvaihi
Vidittvai
vainam nanusochitu
Nanu Sochitu
arhasi.
Arhasi.
Why you are crying? You are not eligible to cry. You cannot cry. This is not a matter to cry. Because about this, it is told about this, that is the permanent material, which is encased in the body. It is told that Abjekto ayam is not evident or which is present, which we cannot see. Achinchoyam. This is not comprehensible with our mind. We cannot think of what it is and so avikaryoyam. This is non-variant. There is no variations for this. This is a permanent thing. See, in mathematics, we say, let us say this is x. We don't know. We put it as x, y, z, r. They are called variants. And 1, 2, 3, etc. These numbers we call constants. So let us say x. The total amount of investment is, let us say, x. Then it is 1/3 is his, 2/3 is this. So like that, we divide and he will give. So the remaining amount is this one. So what is the total amount like this? If we calculate from thinking that the total amount is x. So that x is variant. It can be anything like that. This is a permanent thing. It is not a variant. It is like 1, 2, 3 constant. Its value is always constant. So it is avikaryoyam. So there are another example I will give. There are swaras called avikrita swaras and Shuddha swaras. Shuddha swaras are Shadja and Panchama in music, and they are non-varying. And this Ri, Ga, Ma, Dha, Ni, these 5 swaras in the music are Vikrita swaras, and they have got variations. Ri has got 1, 2, 3 variations. Ga has got 1, 2, 3 variations. Ma has got 1, 2. Dha has got 1, 2, 3. And Ni has got 1, 2, 3. Can you name them? What is Ri 1? What is Ri 2? What is Ri 3? Shuddha Rishabam, Chatusritrishabam, and Shatchutrishabam. There are 3 Ri. Sa, Ri. Can you sing them and show?
Sari, Sari, Sari.
Like that, Ri has got 3 variations, and similarly, Ga has got 3 variations. Shuddha Gandhara, Sadharana Gandhara, and Antara Gandhara. What is Shuddha Gandhara? Can you sing?
Ga.
Sa, Ri, Ga. You must sing Sa, otherwise how to do? Sa, Ri, Ga. Then?
Sari, Ga. Sari, Ga.
Sari ga, sari ga, sari ga, sari ga, ma, pa, permanent. Sa, pa, da, pa, da, pa, da, pa, da, pa, da, ni, padani, padani, sa. So the sa, pa are Shuddha, Avikrita, Saras, like that. The sa, pa, like sa, pa, this one which is inside the body, which controls the body, which is all pervading, which is unrestrictable and it has no variations. It is Avikrita, Avikarya, Avikaryo, Ayam. This is non-variant. Then tasmat, therefore, because it is objectam, it is achintyam, it is avikaryam. So when it is permanent, such a great thing, therefore, enam, this way, iyam, this way, viditva, you understand this enam, you understand this way. Because na anusochitu arhasi, you are not to grief, you are not eligible to feel sorrow for this because it is avikaryam, achintyam, and objectam. So he is making it with more elaborate and describing it in all aspects of it. Objectoyam, achintoyam, avikaryoyam uchyate, tasmat evam viditvainam. You understand this like this about this, but that it is permanent. Non-sochitam, you are not eligible to feel sorry for this. You should not grieve. It is not a matter for grief. That does not deserve grief. Adhachainam nityajatam nityam va manase mritam tadha pittam mahabaho naivam sochitam arhasi. Adhachainam nityajatam. Okay, I will agree to what you say. you may say this body is perishable, we are going to die, we are going to be born. All this I agree. In that case, he is taking another case. So this sort of argument is called Athacha, even if suppose I say, we use say X in mathematics, it is called Aupacharika Svikriti. This sort of argument is called Aupacharika Svikriti. That means just for the matter of sake, agree what is not correct. And we'll prove that it is wrong at a later stage. So Aupacharika Svikriti he is taking. Aupacharika means just like that, Svikriti, agreeing to what is not correct. So he is agreeing, okay, Athacha enam, even if it is correct, Athacha, even if suppose, it is called, Mahabaho, O Arjuna, Manyase, even if you imagine this to be Nitya Jatam, always it is born, it has got birth, always it is born many times. Enam, regarding this, if you think that it is Nitya Jatam, always taking birth, Va, similarly, Nityam, always Mritam, subject to death. Tadhapi, even in that case, even if we agree or argument that we are going to this body is going to die, or the person is going to die, the living beings are going to die, and are they going to be reborn, then Sochitum, feeling sorrow, you are not arhasi, you are not eligible. Even in that case, it is not, you are not eligible to feel sorry for, because it is natural. People will be born, people will be dying. So it is a cycle. And if you take it that way, even in that case, you should not feel sorry for this. Athacha Ainam Nityajatam Nityam va Manyase. Means you imagine, you think about this like this. Manyase Nityam va. You think that it is murtam, it is perishable, it dies. Always it dies. And it is Nitya Jatam, it is always born. Even if you take it that way. Tadha Pittam Mahabaho Naivam Sochitumarhasi. He has used many adjectives for Arjuna, Mahabaho, Bharata, Arjuna, Partha, like that. And somehow have some implication in that, and some are used like that. Mahabaho, strong armed, or Arjuna. That means you are very powerful. You have got all the strength and all that. But this Atma cannot be done by any of your strength, because the wind, the water, the heat, nothing can, and even the arms cannot do anything to this. But if you feel that this body died, this is going to die, this is going to be born and all that, then you think that it is a cycle and don't feel sorrow for that. Suppose you think that this is one which always takes births and again deaths always. Oh, strong armed Arjuna, even then you should not grieve like this. ఇది పుడుతూ ఉంటుంది, చచ్చిపోతూ ఉంటుంది అని నువ్వు అనుకున్నప్పటికీ కూడా నువ్వు దీని గురించి బాధపడకూడదు. ఎంచేతంటే అది సహజం, పుట్టడం చనిపోవడం అదంతను. Then he makes it very clear in the next sloka. Jatasya hi dhruvamuchuh dhruvam janma mritasya cha tasmada pariharyathe nattam sochitumarhasi. Jatasya hi dhruvam mrityuh dhruvam janma mritasya cha tasmat अपरिहार्ये अध्ये नत्तम सोचितुमर्हसि. So jatasya hi dhruva mrityuh. Once born, death is inevitable. And mrityu dhruvam janma mritasya cha. Once dead, the birth is also certain. Again it will be born. Tasmat, therefore, apariharyate, which is unavoidable. Not for a thing which is unavoidable and which is bound to happen, Nattam Svochitam Arhasi. You should not feel sorry and you do not deserve grieving for this. You should not feel sorry. Jatasya hi dhruvam mrityuhu. With once born, death is inevitable. Dhruvam janma mritasya cha. Once dead, the birth is also certain again. Tasmat is therefore apariharyate, which is unavoidable. Nattam Svochitam Arhasi. For that, it is you should not feel sorry. Once you know that it will happen, so then you know you should not grieve for that. There are many examples. So we will be going on feeling sorry for a thing which is going to happen and which is bound to happen. So this is from this sloka we should understand that we should not feel sad for a thing which is unavoidable and which is bound to happen. So you take it, you bear that, and you try to comprehend your mind to that it is going to happen. So we should not feel sorry for that. We should keep our mind strong and we should go on doing our duty. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityuhu dhruvam janma mritasya cha tasmat apariharyate nattam sochitum arhasi. So this is a very good sloka where it is in a different way of argument, and when the birth and death cycle has to be accepted and there is nothing to grieve about it. See, there are certain things called vairagyas, Nasana vairagya, Prasuti vairagya. Like that when a child is born, there will be such a great difficulty, childbirth and all that. So there should not be any childbirth like that, the parents may think. But again, they feel like having one more child, and that happiness is again brought to the mother, and she'll be forget all her trouble once the child is born and she sees her smile. Like that, the death also is like that. When somebody dies, oh, this is the life. It is the death is inevitable. So why this life? This is so temporary. All these things will come to the mind. That is Mashana Vairagya. So that is not a permanent Vairagya. Jnani, one who knows things, don't feel like this, and his mind is always steady, and he knows the real essence of life. Abjaktadini bhutani yaktamadhyani bharata abjaktanidhananyeva tatra ka paridevana. Abjaktadini bhutani
Avyaktadini bhutani
yaktamadhyani bharata
vyaktamadhyani bharata
abjaktanidhananyeva
avyaktanidhananyeva
tatra ka
ka
paridevana.
paridevana
Abhyakta
avyakta
Abhyakta
avyakta
Adini
adini
Bhutani
bhutani
Yakta
vyakta
Madhyani
madhyani
Bharata Abhyakta
avyakta
Nidhananyeva
Nidhananiva
Tatra
Tatra
Ka Paridevana.
Ka Paridevana
Bharata, O descendant king of Bharata Vamsha, Arjuna. Adini, in the beginning or before creation, Bhutani, living beings are Avyakta. They are not manifest. There was nothing was visible, no life was visible before the creation. It can be taken as single birth or the creation itself. Madhyani, in between Yakta, it has got existence. So when the person is alive and is doing all the duties and that, so and so is this person is available. So he's a great man. All these things, attributes, all this knowledge, everything is known, and he is present there. And the Nidhananyeva, also after death, Tatra, as such, before and after death, it is not non-existent again. So in between only it is present for some time. Suppose the clouds cover the sun in the rainy season, it is not there. Again it comes and it is not there. So it is like that. It is in between, it appears. Though Abjekta Adini, in the beginning it is not there, Vyakta Madhyani, it is present in middle, and Avyakta Nidhananye, after death also, it is not there. So why you grieve for this, which is not a permanent thing? And about this, what is that element inside? It is very difficult to understand. So its actual tattva or the greatness of it is told in the next sloka. Ascharyavat pasyati kachidenam ascharyavat vadati data eva chanyaha ascharyavat chaina manyasrunoti sutrasenam vedana cheva kachit. So ascharyavat kachit, but ascharyavat pasyati kachit enam. Kachit, someone, some people, somebody or some people. Pasyati, looks to this or sees, perceives this, enam, this. Ascharyavat, as a wonder. They think that it is a great wonder. So they look this, they are able to see this, they are to perceive this, and they think that it is a great wonder. They cannot describe or they cannot do anything. They only see that and feel it is a great wonder. Anyaha, another person or some other people. Tadhaiva, likewise, like the first people, because the first people were able to look it and see it and feel it is a wonder. And the second type of people, Vadati, they talk about it because they were able to talk about it. They are able to describe it. So their knowledge is more precise or they're expressible. Ascharyavat, they describe it as a wonder. They also do the same thing, but they describe it as a wonder, and they have got some words to express or describe it. So some people are only able to see it, they cannot express. And some people are able to see that and talk also about it. Anyaha, at another, Srunoti, they listen to it, about its greatness, because some people talked about, they listen to that. And they're able to listen to that and feel it as a wonder. And so they know how wonderful it is, how great it is, and all that. So those people who see its presence, they can wonder. So Atma Darshana, or you perceive yourself, you know your greatness or the greatness of somebody, and that is looking or seeing that. And talking about it, talking about the greatness of, or you're having the self-confidence and talking about yourself, yes, I can do it, I am great, like this. If you are able to understand that, then it is a wonder. And some people, they listen to this greatness, and some people though and understand it, but some people listen to it, but they cannot understand it. They are ajnanis, or they are a different type of people. Kaschit, someone else, not Veda, understand, ena, this. Shrutvapi, even on listening, they cannot understand what it is. Some people can see and understand, some people can speak about it, describe it and understand its greatness or the wonder, and some people listen to it and understand it. కొంతమంది చూడగలరు, కొంతమంది దాని గురించి మాట్లాడగలరు, కొంతమంది దాని గురించి విని దాని గొప్పదనాన్ని తెలుసుకోగలరు, కొంతమంది విన్నా కూడా దాన్ని తెలుసుకోలేరు. సిత్తాపి, ఈవెన్ after listening, vini kuda enam about this veda na, they are not able to understand. Eva kaschit, some people or some souls, some of the living beings, they can understand the greatness of this inside material or the spirit of the body. So for seeing, we should have there is a one is the drashta, or the one who will be able to see, and the another is the drishyam, or the object to see, and the third is the darshanam, or the ability to see or the act of seeing. So all these three should be there. So there should be a drashta, there should be a drishyam, and there should be the act of darshanam. So when you are not able to see it physically, how can there be seen? How can you see? How can there be an act of seeing? So it is all inwardly And for that, you have to go to that level and understand about it. A person who sees may not be able to describe. One who describes may not have proper words to describe. And one who listens may not understand it fully. So this is all a wonderful way of explanation about the greatness of the soul or the inward power of every being, every person, every child, every adult, every old man, everybody has got a great material inside them, and it is that power is there, and one should realize it, and then only they will be able to push through things, and they will be able to achieve greatness, and they can become great. Last sloka. Dehi nityamavajyoyam dehe sarvasva bharata tasmat sarvani bhutani nattam sochitamarhasi. I am this dehi, or which is always inherent in the body, that great material inside that. Sarvasya dehe, in all living beings, avadya, it cannot be killed. It is there in all the bodies and it cannot be killed. Tasmat, therefore, sarvani bhutani, for all these living beings which have life in them, so if they die, or if they, or for their sufferings, or for killing them, don't feel grief. Nattam svochitam arhasi, you are not eligible to grieve for that. These are all little difficult to comprehend because we are not accustomed to these things and these words. But you go deep into it and you feel the reality of it, and then only you will be able to realize your own power. There is something which is moving me ahead. I can do things. Everybody is equal. The same thing is in every life. So I am also able to do as the other one does. I can get the first rank. I can get the collector's post. I can be the chief minister. I can be the prime minister. I can be the president. So if you have got that will power, strong determination, and put together with the hard work, you will be able to achieve anything. And you understand there is something very precious inside yourself and which is undestructible. Nobody can touch it and nobody can harm it. So this is the essence of today's lesson. And any questions? Hello?
No question.
Hello?
It is a very informative class, Mashkar. Very nice class. Thank you very much. Hello.
Hello? Yeah, yeah. I'm listening, but are there any questions or any clarifications?
Questions? Anyone having any questions?
Please come forward. It will take 2 minutes.
Mashkar, I have one question, like just out of curiosity, like nowhere, as you said, I was searching through the entire second chapter. I didn't find anywhere as Atma.
Yeah.
Or so out of curiosity, like where was that mentioned? Like in the forthcoming chapters, or is it somewhere else where it was mentioned?
See, Bhagavad Gita is not an entity by itself, and it is the essence of all these Smritis, Shrutis, Vedas, and all these things which have made these things very clear earlier. And this reiteration or repetition by Lord Krishna and Kathopanishad and other Upanishads are there, where all these things are clearly described. In the next chapter, probably I will touch those things a little. In this Kathopanishad and Ishavasya Upanishad, all these things, the Tattva is very clearly mentioned this about the Atma, Anatma, Jivatma, all these words are used there. And here it is not uttered by Krishna, but these are all understood, and we will come to know about those things in the future discussions.
Okay, Mashkar. And also, like when you're explaining the qualities of the Atma or the persisting thing, so it is almost similar like the mind, only that the mind has the feelings and emotions. Other than that, like it is also can't be seen. It is also like not existing.
There is a little fallacy about thinking the mind as the material in what is all pervading and what is all powerful and all. Even the mind, it can be changed. See,
Hmm.
the mind can be changed by psychology, and there are different psychologies, and it is not the same for everybody. But this material, what is called, we should call it as Atma or soul, or spirit, that is the same for everybody, and it is no different from person to person. The qualities and all these things of the mind and all that, they are entirely, they are physical. So you can read the mind, you can have your psychology, you can have your astrology, and all these things for reading the mind and changing it and to put it in a right way and all these things. But this self is entirely different, and it is the strongest thing, but is imperishable, and it takes time for all of us to understand what its real meaning is and what it is. Because that is Ascharyavat. It is a wonder. It cannot be, it can be seen only by somebody. Those who can do it is called Atma Darshana. We will talk about those things in terms later. It is called Atma Darshana and Atma Vivechana. And the great seers who will be able to describe it. There is a description of these things because the scriptures and all these things have described the nature of it. And some people, they listen, they are great listeners. They are listeners, like the rishis who listen to the preachings of the other great sages. And even then, there are some who cannot understand this. So all these things, Ascharyavat Kachit, Pasyatika Asidena, that is the essence of this. And we will come to that later in the later discussions. Thank you for your good questions. Anybody else? Any question from anybody else? Anyway, if you have got any question, you reserve it for the next class. Keep write it and send to the life history, and they will forward it to me. I will answer it, or you can ask in the next class. Don't have any reservations. There can be questions you can contradict, you can appreciate, you can agree, you can disagree, whatever you feel. We'll try to again put it in our own way and comprehend the things.
Sure,
Thank you
Master.
all.
Thank you very much, Master Garu. Small announcement. Like this is the last class for this month, and from next month onwards, will be like we are not charging any fee. It will be on a voluntary basis. If you want to give the fee, you can give it. So we'll be utilizing that for the education and promoting arts purpose. Like so, it's up to you if you want to pay fee or not. And because as the classes are very informative and interesting, you can forward it to your friends so that they also can be missed out. So for any
This is a very good, great announcement. It is made free completely, and those people who think that we should not spend for, though even they are able to spend a little amount and all that, they may feel that this is not a cost to be spent and we should be able to freely listen to this. Such people, if they have got such a bent of mind, they can also enjoy, and they can come to the classes and listen to it and put forward their views and get benefited if there is anything which they can get from this.
please refer to your friends. If anyone is interested, you can ask them to contact me. I'll send the link for the classes, and we all can learn together. That's all. Thank you,
Okay.
Master. Thank you,
Swasti.
Master.
Swasti bhavatu.
Thank you all.